That's a big fish, guys. That's a big fish. That's a big fish. Holy crap, that was on the drop. That's a big fish. Oh my goodness gracious, get off that stick, get off that stick. Let's make our way down the hill right here. It's been a couple years since I've been on this pond right here. It has absolutely changed from the last time I fished it. This pond used to have a whole lot of reeds all the way around the rim of the pond. Obviously it was deeper because now we got shorelines, which you normally don't have here on this pond. There are some nice looking fish in this pond. I don't know what we're gonna be able to get because it's been such a long while. Normally we would have algae beds all over the place and it'd be a good frogging pond, but today that's not gonna happen. We're gonna pop out here with a basic bait, guys. It's gonna be a lay low episode. I went to Walmart. They don't carry them anymore. It used to be the Straight King shimmy stick. That was one of my favorite Wacky Rig worms to use, but today we got Yum Dinger. Nice substitute, same exact color. It almost looks like an earthworm color. This is red shad. We're gonna pop that up on a Wacky Rig hook there. Start casting around, guys. Hope we can get a couple strikes and show up some big beauties right up in front of you today. Very basic setup. We got the worms. That's the Yum Dinger red shad. I think there's about 6 or 7 inches long. I can't remember what it is. We got our VMC 1/0 Wacky Rig hook. That's weedless. You can see the guard right there. And of course we got the O-rings right there that we put onto the bait right there so the worm can stay on there for quite a number of strikes right there, because if you let it stay bare, you're probably going to lose it on one fish, or when you're casting it's going to fly right off that hook right there, even with the weedless guard on there. So let's get that hooked up. Let's get this bait wet and see what we can do. But to set this rig up here, we've got our worm. Slide it into the tube fairly easily. And I'm going to bring it right almost to where that flat ring is right here. Not where the ridges are at, but where you can see it's flat and there's no ridges. And that's where we're going to put our ring here. We're going to put 2 of them and we're going to crisscross them. So slide this up here. That's one ring right there. I'm going to drop this hook real quick so I can use my other fingers here. And then we'll get that other ring going on. Slide it up there. And then you can see the ring straight right now. You kind of angle it a little bit and tuck part of it underneath the tube itself. And you're going to kind of slowly bring it across so that those 2 rings crisscross. And you can see the crisscross pattern right there. That's where the hook is going to go, from one side to the other. And it's going to hold on pretty well. Take the point of our hook, obviously. And you're going to go right at the V right there on one side. Flip it over and then come out the other side of the V. And that's your Wacky Rig right there, folks. Oh, fish on. There you go, right at the rocks, guys. Nice. There you go. That's a good way to start off. All right. All right, at least we know there's fish in here. But he absolutely obliterated that Wacky Rig. It's a pounder. But pretty fish. But we're going to go ahead and get that bass off and running right there. Oop. That was pretty dumb. We're going the wrong way, buddy. All right, here we go. Off she goes. So there's that rock ring that's right there. As it came over the rock ring, that bass was on the other side, rather out into the deeper areas. But I'm happy there. Skunk is off. I'm looking here. I'm gonna walk over here real quick. Hopefully they don't scatter off. But you can see all of the bait fish sitting right there. See them all hanging right by the rocks and sunning? It's like there's bluegills and minnows all mixed up. Throw a couple casts over here on the right hand side of this ring inside of it, and then we'll make our way off to the right hand side, and we'll go all the way around the pond. It's not too big. That's a big fish, guys. That's a big fish. That's a big fish. Holy crap, that was on the drop. That's a big fish. Oh my goodness gracious, get off that stick, get off that stick. Oh my God, guys. This is a big one. This is a big one. Oh my goodness gracious. There you go, wow. There you go, guys. Sweet, that's a donkey. Wow. That is a sweet looking bass right there. That was way out in the middle, just as I predicted. Right on top of the lip right there. Perfect hook set. Get my pliers out. Of course, we'll give this guy a measurement. If I had to guess, 3.5 maybe. Feels almost 4-ish. All right, we got the Wacky Rig out. What do you think it's going to be, guys? Drop a comment down below. Here we go. Close to 4, guys. It was 3 pounds 9 ounces. Awesome, awesome, awesome. That makes my day so far. But what a pretty bass, guys. Let's go ahead and give her a good send off. Off she goes. Come on, baby. You got it. You got it. Woo! Nice. That bass completely mangled up this bait right here. But we still got the rings here, and we still got the hook. So we're just going to break this apart and get those rings through that hook. And re-rig it up again, get out there and try to get one bigger than that. Always got to be greedy, folks. I will admit, as soon as we get this worm hooked up right here, that I've been here maybe about 2 years ago or so, and I've never seen this pond have a fountain in it, so kind of happy for that. But that was kind of unusual, that bass being that close to that fountain, because most of the times I don't catch any fish around those fountains. Again, that's a baby in this pond. There are a couple 5-pounders, probably 6 pounds now, but whether we catch it or not, I don't know. Got the pretty little rainbow going off on the fountain over there. Oop, the tap right there. Oh, fish on. There we go. That's another nice one, guys. All right, come on, baby. Ah, it's a little dink. All right, starting to be a productive day. Well, at least you know the bass population is still here, despite the water levels being a little bit low. Another pounder. Off she goes. I'm already looking here, it's kind of shallowish right here. But we got a little deep area right here that we might be able to get some bass in. Got some bass busting up over here. Oh, fish on. There you go. There you go, streaking across. There you go. Nice. All right. Pound and a half, maybe close to 2. Almost got that one down there. Right there. That's where he got it. Hopefully we can push it out very easily. Yes. All right, nice and chunky. They're eating up all the minnows right here, fattening up. As we mentioned to you, the fall is coming, so they're gonna be getting ready for the change in the thermocline. But off she goes. But I was paying attention to my surroundings. I saw the bass jump over there. I kind of figured if I was casting over there, they're gonna go after that worm right there. So boom, that didn't take too long. That was the first cast right off the shoreline right here. Look at that right there. See the bass chasing the fish? I think I got a fish on. Yep, fish on. Ah, totally missed him. Small one. All right, I'm approaching the next storm drain right here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to locate it, but I'm not going to go down right to it. I'm going to come off to the left of it and cast over it so I'm not spooking the fish. So I can see the rocks that are right there. So we're going to come right in this direction right here and cast over in that area, because the water's kind of clear, and I know if I start creeping down there, they're going to see my shadow and then roll off. See a fish jumping right here? I just, look, here he is. Fish on. Oh, he's still on. I thought I lost him. A little dinky do. Right by those rocks. There's more than one bass there, because that's not the bass that jumped out of the water. But off she goes. We got 2 worms left, one in my hand and one in my bag. Hopefully we can get one more big bass on the end of the line here before we close out the day. Just came out for a couple hours just to kill some time. Update on Josh's boat. He has the new piece for the steering gear that he broke about a week ago. He's actually installing it as we speak right now. So we should have that fixed hopefully by tomorrow, and I can get out and go fishing with him and go tog fishing, which is what we were originally trying to do before that mishap happened. But I'm hoping we're lucky and we hook into a sheep's head. We've been battling for multiple weeks trying to get that fish on there. Everybody and mother seems to be catching them but us. Well, let's get our wacky rig out there once more. Oop. Fish on. There you go. That's a nice one. That's a decent one. All right. All right. All right. Let's see how much this one weighs. Probably about 2.5 pounds. That's a decent sized bass. Maybe 2. But I'm glad these fish all look healthy. I mean, they're pigging out on these minnows. There we go. Oops. Nice looking fish right there. But off she goes. She gone. See the fish just dart out of there? He was still stuck in the mud. Oh, fish was on, man, on the drop. There's another one. Little dinky. All getting some perfect hook sets here. you go. Off she goes. Let's see if we can get a couple more bites on. Actually, let's stand on the storm drain right here. Oh, snakehead. That's a dead snakehead right there. It's pretty neat coming to some of these ponds right here. Look right down below, you got a bunch of freshwater clams that are here. You see those occasionally on some of these ponds. But we're going to toss over to the backside over here. But I can really smell that dead snakehead. It's a little pungent. If I had to equate the smell, kind of smells like a dirty baby diaper. Fish on. All right, oh, that's a decent one. That's a decent one. There you go. Nice. All right, and I'm happy with this episode so far today. Good quality bass. Sweet. The Wacky Rig is putting in the work today. But off she goes. She gone. I think we did rather well today. We were very productive and got a bunch of bass on the end of the line, including that bonus surprise right by that fountain at the beginning of the episode. That was an almost 4-pound bass on one of the simplest rigs you can tie up on the end of the line. That's the Wacky Rig. You don't even need a tackle box. All you gotta do is buy a pack of those and get those Wacky Rig hooks, guys, and you're gonna have fun each and every time you come out, because the fish just can't resist that bait. With the fluttering up and floating down, either way, they're gonna strike that bait one way or the other. But I was quite happy and quite pleased how productive I was today on the pond. Very slick, calm days that are going on right here on this pond. But I always like getting back to the roots of my channel here. This is one of the original ponds that I started off on about maybe 3 or 4 years ago right here. And one thing that's kind of concerning to me is the shoreline right here, guys, is now showing, which is not good, because this pond's always up into where these plants are at, and a lot of the reeds are gone from here, and especially down on the backside of the pond over here. No algae. This is always an algae-filled pond right around this time. This is a great frogging pond, but it's been a weird year this year. So I'm hoping you guys enjoyed that episode. If you did, guys, give us a thumbs up. I would hope you subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell that we're informed of all of our future videos. You can share this video out. Follow us on Instagram as well as TikTok. I'm hoping you guys had a great day, and I can't wait to see you on the next episode.